trying to go towards this Gragas in the jungle and make sure that they can find the team fights that they want.
We'll see what they want to go for. An LPL special is just to take that Gragas into the top side, just to mitigate the pressure you get with things like an Aurelia, a Chase, hell, even maybe even a Tryndamere. We'll see now Tarzan hovering around, maybe looking for something here. We'll find Vista. Does he invest into it though? Actually, they're looking for depth because they know he has no flash available. He'll have an arcane shift, and that's about it. He will use it there. There's the supreme display of talent into the bullet time, but is it enough to be traded back? Iwandi will just survive. First in that bot side as well, and that's 2 objectives now. Rift Herald into the Dragon, going over to Hanwha Life, and there TP.
Oh, hang on, yeah, looking at this bottom side.
Deft's in a lot of trouble. He has flash and heal. He's going to get charmed up into the bullet time. Flashes away. There's Icon using the explosive cast into the belly bob. He's exhausted. Deft will fall. Vista sure to follow. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Light. 1-2 unit eventually equals out, but it could have been a lot more. That was very close.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too close there for Tarzan, but he does manage to get it. Terror bot side still goes down for Light though, and at least that's going to help out a little bit, but it will be responded from Hanwha, and Iwandi is topside to make sure that he can respond to the Herald play. So Tarzan just trying to see if he can poke, but I don't know if LNG are actually going to fully commit for this. They're now face checking in, kind of realizing, hang on a second, Deft's the only real poke.
I've been here before. Icon this time round going to jump in now and see if he can catch out Morgan, who has got his flash available to him, but I think he's dead to rights. You can see Iwandi and the rest of LNG. Woo! Morgan almost getting the solo kill, but a supreme display of talent catches out Willer and Chovy. They are going to jump in now with the quickness and try and start this one off. Deft untouched. Vista is now out and safe. He's going to be able to supply some ordnance from the side, and Chovy with the undying rage, with the healing, with the damage. It's just doing so much to this backside. Tarzan has to try and find himself a way out, but I don't think he can. He's going to try and just do as much damage as possible, but it is Hanwha Life who get themselves the 3 kills.
And it looked good to begin with the LCK team here.
They are struggling a little bit, and I like this from the side of Hanwha Life. They're saying, look, we have teleport advantages. We know what we can do. Light getting jumped on a little bit, uses the Gale Force to try and get himself out. They're going to try and jump on the Chovy and maybe burn him down, but he's still going. There's the Supreme display of talent to try and keep Light alive, but Chovy's in, Chovy's out, and Chovy gets himself the kill.
Do a phenomenal job of finding Light and executing him.
Man, they really do. Oh, flash in, Icon goes in, belly bop, extendo pop as they get him down.
They're still pushing out mid because you're committing members for LNG to the Dragon. They start to rotate again up, looking for vision control on this top side, playing towards Baron, playing towards Chovy's strength. You're still good as Hanwha. Trying desperately to contest this vision, not give Hanwha control of this top side, because then they can move between the 2 lanes so easily.
Oh, Willer's gotten caught out. They're going to try and charm him up. There is a TP coming in, but he is dead now. Here you are, Morgan. Can you get out? Ally jumps onto the backside to try and get some disruption there, but Chovy has arrived. Can he do anything in this fight? No, LNG are just too much of a unit. They're too clumped together. The explosive cat to dissing. They are where it is. Willer is only just joining in now. 5,000 HP onto the Baron. You can see LNG have moved themselves up. They have priority in mid. Hanwha are thinking about disengaging for this one. The Baron very, very low. They'll go in straight down onto Iwandi. There's the explosive cast, but Iwandi is dead. Extreme play of talent though. Hits on the 4, and maybe LNG can turn this one around. Chovy's already used his Undying Rage.
Pop that ultimate before this objective starts, but again, Hanwha now with control of this. We just saw that LNG, if they cannot hit on towards Deft, on towards Vista with these ultimates, they cannot win these team fights.
Here we go. Willer goes in. We're going to see the Supreme display his talents hit down to another 4 people as Ally jumps on the Chovy. He will have the counter strike here onto Morgan, but he's not going to be able to get anything else done. There is the bullet time going down. Willer is dead. Vista has to flash away and get himself healed by his AD carry. Chovy, for the first time this game, looks like he might die, and that's going to be a shutdown going over to Light. Ally chasing down the old LPL top laner in Morgan. That's 3 kills. That's going to be Dragon. That's going to be Baron.
Yeah, you can see the pings going down on towards Baron. They're just going to have Icon solo this out. The rest of the team, but Deft
is here, and oh, call an ambulance, but not for me. He gets himself between the turrets, and Ally gets himself out. That's another kill for LNG. They have the run of the map.
Yeah, great bait, mate. 8 out of 8 as they move over towards the Baron. And I mean, it's only Deft here. This would be a miracle steal if he can get that ultimate, but Tarzan is on the bottom side. He's going to pop that early. Look to poke off LNG.
He's looking to poke him off. This isn't Ezreal. He's got himself 4 items, or 3.5 as he comes into this one, but he's 5v1. Deft, it's all on you, buddy. They're going to try and go for him. They're going to slow him down. He's going to flash away to try and keep himself alive, but the explosive cat is too good. Deft, however, is a slippery Ezreal. Gets himself out. Baron still goes in favor of LNG. He's just not going to be able to do any meaningful damage as finally that tier 1 in mid lane does fall.
We're starting to see a lot of the crucial items come through on LNG's side, right? At least the stopwatch for Icon, we already talked about the importance of having that when it comes to vision for Chovy. Thank you very much, observers, because when you look, right, this is where you can start to pick off people.
Yeah, they're going to look, see, Iwandi is pretty safe. Willer going to have to use his Arctic Assault over the wall to keep himself away. Tarzan, though, gets caught out here. Will take about half his health away. There's going to be the Glacial Prison coming in as they try and start this fight. Just before the dragon spawns, Chovy goes into the side. The Supreme Display of Talent tops him down. And will he be able to keep himself alive just before it goes off? Yes, he will. He will get out. The heal, the flash. But here's Ale. He's just unafraid, unfurred, and undeterred to jump 100% into 3. Now, however, he's going to get one mark. Oh, Chovy can't die. He will keep himself alive. Flash forward, light with the Gale Force gets him down. And finally, LNG, after what feels like an age, will find himself. There's a lot of damage on this death, but Icon just staying out of vision. He has flash and he has got himself the... Ooh, he nearly had the ult, but getting themselves the tower. They'll back away. They picked up the dragon. That's Ocean Solo well, but please explain to me this team fight, because it went on for an age.
Yeah, I mean, LNG just feel confident to start the Baron. Homo won't even be here.
They got to go with the teleport. They got to bait this one out. They're going to jump on the Chovy and get the damage down, but the Baron has been taken. That is secured. They're going to jump straight in onto the single target of that Sejuani, who went a little bit too close to the LPL 4th seed, and now Ale just pushing forward, knowing that he might be able to find someone. Has the counter-strike, will catch out Morgan, but a good to flawless duet keeps him alive, barely flashes away. They're going to go in and keep him going. He's flashing, he's going forward, but when knocked back, he's going to be left all to his lonesome to try and defend against the rest of LNG. Now Tarzan feeling good. Supreme Display of Talent lands onto 2, and Deft is dead. Vista will keep himself alive, and Chovy and Vista against the world.
Hanwha tried so damn hard, but LNG, they've got the Baron, they've got the Ocean Soul, and they're looking to take the base.
Game 1 of the 2021 World Championships, LPL versus the LCK. The Nexus will fall in favor of LPL, and they will strike first in this absolutely historic bout between these two regions.
LPL managed to come out on top, and you can see Icon on your screen ignite, and it looks like we might be getting it one more time with the Lilia locked in, but no, last second change in towards the set.
We're gonna get the set in again. Does give a very similar feel to the Kled. You're going in, you're trying to be disruptive. So yeah, free dragon going over to Infinity, and look, Dagda, you told me this was gonna be more.
I tried, all right, I tried.
That this was gonna have fighting, there was gonna be skirmishes, but no, as I say that, I'm gonna have to catch myself. I knew I could cast her curse it. We do see Summoner burned in the bot side, no real help.
Which means Red Cannons have full control over River.
Oh, we are going to see a hell of a lot of people here, as we can see now Flash back, trying to get the showstopper to start it all, but it's all about the movement. As he gets in, gets the haymaker, Greptar will fall down. There's Fuzz Blood, and we get a tidal wave right across Jojo and Aegis. Cataclysm down, 3 more kills going on. That's a fantastic sleep, but you have no extra damage now with the TP coming in. This fight can really begin. There's the tactical sweep. You don't get a lot, but you get one back.
From your Lucian traditionally, much more on towards the crit damage, where you're looking at the Gale Force or Kraken Slayer, Infinity Edge.
Oh, showstopper goes in as Cody gonna find himself with the Stolen Lilia ultimate. He's got the Lilting Lullaby down, but Greptar, Soul Snake not going to be quite able to land that one there for him, and he's got to be careful. There is still another Lilting Lullaby from the original owner, as we now see the culling coming out just to try and get these health bars nice and low, but there is going to be the ultimate, but they trade it all back. It's fights on every side, and the TV coming in. That's going to be Solid Snake falling down, but we go back down to bot side, and White Lotus has picked up a kill. It's action all the time. Back
the 2018 Worlds.
Yeah, and we are back into game. Obviously, the bug was not leading to anything game breaking.
Remember what we talked about with Red Cannons. Early game team love to win out through their lanes, and it's in the CB law. Like when you look at his stats, 3rd in CSD at 15, 3rd in goal difference at 15.
No, I thought it wasn't going to be enough.
Pretty okay.
Sorry.
Looks
cool.
And I think as well, but to be fair, Red Cannons haven't really been given it a huge amount. Get Dragon, they can go bot lane turret at the same time, and look at where Cody is, right? He's just rotated up to top to collect that big wave, so you're not actually losing too much on the map for going for this. As White Lotus though might lose his life.
They're gonna go for it, but a nice little tidal wave, but a great solar flare catches out Ackerman. And that was a 2-man commitment, but we even got the TPs coming in. They're gonna put down the Hexag ultimatum, and Cody is dead. And the blink of an eye, 2 quick kills, and Red Cannons have themselves everything.
And in Infinity Esports, they just commit too much. This is something that we saw a lot from them in the regular season, was they just get dangled a fight in front of them. It's through from Jojo that sets up Teton for success. and then just the overcommits completely from Infinity.
Oh, we got to go back into this one here as Ackerman gets caught out, brought into the showstopper, and that happened on the other side of the
Baron, making sure that when they get another opportunity like they just had, they can go for those plays in towards the Baron area. Get control over River. You've got at least Bugax who's pushing out bot, but will separate him.
Cody's going to get Hextech ultimatum, but they're going to commit the TP straight away. They're going to turn this one around straight away onto the Camille, but it is Cody who falls first. There we go. Bugax trying to use a slicing maelstrom. You have to get the haymaker off. He will eventually get it. Aegis almost going down. Solid Snake in the backside, and Teton goes forward, finds himself the kill. They will find out Solid Snake. He's not quite able to get the Cataclysm down, and they will get themselves 3 more kills. They don't need the Dragon. Just making sure he couldn't jump onto Aegis, and you feel like
opportunity to reposition with the speed up. Just crazy powerful item right now after the changes that we saw in the patch as well. Cheaper, 15 ability, haste, only losing 5 AD for that. That's a trade deal I'll take any day of the week. And now Red are taking everything on this map as well, and Infinity are kind of being left done raw by a lot of these trade deals.
Yeah, they're not really getting the best of it. They're a little bit of a loan shark right now is Red Candidate. We can see White Lotus going forward, seeing if he can maybe get something going from him. Guigo is here. He's going to jump straight in on top of Cody. There's a showstopper to try and get the bullet time going. He will get the damage, and there's a fantastic solar flare that cannot continue onto it, but it's still Red Candidates pushing forward, pushing strong.
And again, Bugax just late to the fight. Infinity Esports already gone by the time this cannon shows up, so you've now got the waves pushing in. Guigo goes to situate himself down back around bot side, and now Red can continue the onslaught of the base.
They got the wave and bot side as well, so they can go for either side. As we can see, thank you observers for showing us, there's just 2 being stretched too thin, and now Guigo trying to see if he can jump on the Bugax. They're going to land the Zenith Blade. They're going to pop out the Slicing Maelstrom in defense just to try and keep himself alive. Cody has got the showstopper, and these health bars are starting to get a little bit low. They'll take the inhibitor to back themselves out.
And Red, they've kind of taken what they wanted, right? They got the inhib, you get a bit of pressure down onto that bottom side, they'll reset with a 4,000 gold buff off of that Red Bull Baron. Just shove in mid and continue this pressure through the 3 lanes and just wait for Infinity Esports to crash. Wait for this Baron that's now
down to about half its HP. You can see now Red Cannon, so they don't want it. They don't want to try and get the Baron. They want to go for the fight straight away. Solid Snake in a little bit of trouble. He's the one who has to face check as we go in. We're going to see the Hextech ultimate coming out. There's the bullet time. They're not quite getting it on top of people that they want, but there is the death of the jungler now as they try and go in with the showstopper. Cody not quite able to get the abscond of Duck. These health bars are too low. It's a double kill for Grefstar. It's a double kill for Teton, and that's going to be the game.
I mean, secure, contain, protect. The package was delivered successfully as they just keep Teton safe. Bugax never gets the opportunity to try and use this big ultimate, and now Red will look to close out the 2nd game of the World Championship.
They will look to try and push this one in. They got all the ways they could possibly want. They're even going to TP in. It's Ackerman versus the world. This is reminding me of a bit of Attack on Titan. Ackerman versus the Titans, but the Titans come out on top in this particular instance. It will be advantage in the Copa America to the Brazilian side.
And so well played by Red Cannons. We talk, hey, you know, early top laner and go back towards the gangplank.
And there's more AoE, more ultimates available here from the side of Peace. They got themselves a Venn diagram of doom, but you got to be inside the Venn diagram to be able to get the most out of it. I want @whoever on Twitter to tell me my analysis from now.
Perfect, gotcha. I mean, it's where the best analysis comes from, a second to Reddit. But topside.
Absolutely, topside. Vizicachi now getting his first little taste of the LNG top duo with the jungle. First Grand challenge coming down. They have no idea that Tarzan is here, but there's a hell of a lot of minions coming in, so they're going to try and take him down. He flashes away. Nicely done there by him to try and keep himself alive. Tarzan tanking up just the perfect.
Towards Ale, and sorry, before you visit Chachi, welcome back to the main stage, and you're getting beaten across.
Yeah, this but Death Mark, the hero's entrance, and of course the curse of the sad bullet time. They landed, they're going to go in, and the AoE is good. Violet will pick himself up the kill. They're having to come down here now. They're just trying to defend their own base.
Yeah, Alador gets the engage on Iwandi though.
Oh, okay, he's used the bullet time as well. Or not the bullet time, excuse me, the cannon barrage alongside the curse of the sad mummy, and they try to go in now with the heroic entrance, try and keep Aladoric alive, but he's dead. Ale with his 3rd kill. Now they can keep pushing forward. Tarzan flashes away, and we can see maybe if Tali goes down. There's a bullet time, but it's a double kill. Ale flashing forward, not quite able to get it, and he will fall down to the turret. He got a little greedy and he got punished, but even then we're still continuing on. LNG want these kills. I don't think they're going to get
what they have to do here, right? Chachi unfortunately has just, this is ballooned completely out of control. Thank you. As you can see, will find himself at the end of the point of that sword.
He's a full, almost full item behind at this stage. We can now see the first death mark, and boop, that's not what's going to happen to the Zed. That's
already got vision control of the area. You can see Aladoric might even be cut out.
He's going to go, ooh, okay, they get the solar flare out of it. Iwandi going a little deep here, and they're actually going to be able to get the stopwatch out of him. This is just all delaying, and ooh, Tarzan's a big boy, and that's going to be a lot of damage. Bappet goes in, but immediately has to try and get himself back out. Tarzan trying to see if he can find a little bit more kills. There's going to be the bullet time to try and dissuade anyone from that little corridor, but the end of it all, LNG are not deterred, LNG are not afraid, and LNG are still pushing forward. Peace trying to keep themselves in some way, shape, or form alive.
Oh, Violet.
Oh, Violet. Roses are red, violets are blue. Violet gonna have to back away from this turret right now or he's dead to you, and that's gonna be Icon still going for it. He's catching him in the shop! Didn't look at his sides, and that's another quick kill. Turret goes down, and Icon, he's just playing with his food right now. He knows he can go in, out, left, right. He's got light coming onto this. They flash in on top of him. He gets himself onto the double up. He eventually falls down. Good barrel coming out from Peace, but it's a consolation prize.
Yeah, because you've got Fiora pushing bot side for Ale. You've got Tarzan who's taking the Dragon at the same point in time as well. LNG are just playing out the map beautifully, and here comes the dive.
Ale was not a part of the last fight, has the grand challenge, and even with the flash over the wall, nothing you can do.
God, this is statements from LNG and certainly from Ale. Like,
you're just so far behind, and with red, white, let's fight. You can't even walk into this Aphelios.
I mean, it's fighting past the 26, 27 minute mark.
It's a 5-level difference between Aladoric and this Fiora. So here we go, we're going in. Supreme is playing talent. Their solar flare completely whiffs, and that's going to be the bullet tide coming in. So they actually trade back to Kiana. Iwandi in a lot of trouble as well, and that's 2 quick kills, but Icon trying to get Trumpman back. They go back in with Bappet. He dies as light flashes away. These are the small mistakes that we talk about and why the Wombo combo is needs to be respected.
Yeah, they try to dive too deep, don't get onto the key carries, and it is an opportunity for Peace to get something, but now, again, caught between a rock and a hard place. Chachi, where are you going to go?
Where are you going to go? I think he thought Icon was going to go back to the double, back to the distortion, but not quite able to make it happen now. Even though Peace find themselves a win, even though they get the kills, they can't defend, and Ale going forward needs to be a little bit careful though. Violet's got a lot of damage, but there's
the gangplank. Suddenly Chachi has a whole heap of gold and maybe he can blow someone up, but that's so far from where we are right now.
Oh yeah, we'll be going much further as well as Aladoric just getting caught up. CC locked. Where is he supposed to try and maybe catch somebody out? Fiora pushing in that mid lane, so you have not got the pressure of your team. He's already gone back and trying to TP in with the LeBlanc. Now it's going to be a full 5v5. There's going to be the taunt going down onto Icon as he gets not quite deleted, but it's the gangplank down. It's 1, it's 2, it's 3, it's 4, and right into the middle.
Oh,
your
no,
dessert, LNG. Bon appetit. That's going to be the clean ace, and LNG can barrel it up mid.
I mean, they've got the wave, they've got everything. Who needs a Baron when you can take the entire clean ace? And LNG, 24 minutes, will crack up in the base of Peace.
And LNG will put themselves onto 2-0. They will cement themselves atop the table, and they will keep themselves very, very happy as they come out on top in the first day of LPL, excuse me, Worlds 2021.
Bias confirmed, bias confirmed.
We got him, ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I mean, the standard home all life draft here.
Yeah, honestly, I've never seen it so LCK, but locked and loaded is the Graves. That could be a Graves top organization. Yeah, Chovy hasn't got the push right now, so it's going to be a 4v3. So Cody putting himself in a position. White Lotus not quite got the bullet time just yet. They're going to jump straight in onto Willer. TP going to be committed. That's Chovy getting himself on the other side of this fight. Death going aggressive as they look to try and secure this dragon. It's all it's like flashing away, but he falls to the ignite. First blood going up to Hanwha. They trade 1 for 1. Flash. Ackerman in a little bit of trouble. They don't land the paddle star, and Cody not going to
a bunch of ruckus. They've oftentimes tried to play towards Morgan and get a bunch of farm, bunch of resources put into this Renekton. Instead, they're just like, cool, Renekton's winning anyway. Let's just invest in depth on the bottom side and make sure we're winning across the board.
Bugax is so low right now. You might pop the dominance. Yep, there it is. Can he get himself behind the turret though? Morgan in a little bit of trouble. Will get the Q off. Flashes away. Still dies.
Right now to contest this.
Yeah, as well. You have Morgan just hovering towards that bot side before returning to top. So recognizing, look, I can hover. I can be around just something.
Yeah, Bugax still has push in top side, which is why they're maybe looking for Ackerman.
Oh, they're going to look for Ackerman in the mid lane, but there's the bullet time coming out to stop Chovy for going in for the shifting sands and the Emperor's Divide. A lot of things being burnt right now. Flashes, dashes, everything whatsoever. There's the ultimate. Has been tanked up by White Lotus, so won't do the full damage. There's going to be the Crescent Guard coming out for Solid Snake as he's going to try and jump in, but now Drowsy going down onto Willer. Can they commit any more to this fight? I don't think they can, but here comes Bugax right off the side, but a TP in the middle middle of it. Bugax versus the world. He's looking for Death, who will get over the wall. They flash in on the Death. Death will fall. That's going to be the first kill of this fight. Now Cody can jump in. It's the Amumu for the Ezreal right now. Willer so close to Death. Finally will fall down as Morgan finds himself a little bit all alone. Chovy tries to get him away, but he just cannot. And in a strange turn of events, Infinity find the fight.
He's pushing in topside. He's poking out Bugax with the range discrepancy, and it'll actually be Hanwha who end up with a tower when all is said and done. So despite
generally how you want to go for this, and finally we are seeing them look to trade in, trade up if they can, as we look to see maybe they can get a blue buff out of it as well. The Dragon taking a little bit longer, I imagine, than most anticipated, but Solus like, we gotta respect, that is still a 2.5 item Zoe with the distance on the paddle star. You get so much. Ackerman goes in, he stops Chovy, and Chovy has been taken out. He gets his Emperor Divide out, but when you're locked in place, there's nothing you can do. Willer forced to flash away, and Hanwha Life are heading for the hills.
And they knew that Ackerman was there. He was his ear scale. Let Death come into the picture as well. But as I say, that looks like they're trying once more, but Infinity collapsing.
Infinity are around. They will lose tier 1. With everyone committing to that try and get that pick, it means that tier 1 in mid definitely going to fall. Infinity trading up. This is looking like catch somebody out. There's an exhaust going down onto Vista. Maybe they're looking for a little bit of a take. White Lotus takes a little bit of a hit, and the TP is going to be committed. That's going to be Chovy coming in. White Lotus has to get himself out. There's the Solar Flare. Vista is still very tanky. Vista is still very healthy. They land on the Death as Solid Snake tries to take him down, but Cody is there, and Hanwha Life punish the overextension. They punish the mistake in Infinity. You got to get out. You got to try and survive. You cannot lose anymore, or they will take everything.
And that is a potential third Dragon as well for Hanwha alongside this tower. Bugax trying to clear out the wave, which he will just manage to do, but you can just back up. Actually, they don't even, they're just willing to tank this. Yeah, I mean, trying to pick off the Leona is never going to be a good shout, and I mean, Hanwha, rightfully so, punish.
Even this Bugax into Morgan, he's winning the side lane, as we can now see him invest into this jungler to try to catch him out. Solid Snake is. You got to be a little bit careful though. Willer will have to be the sole tank of this, as you can see now. Vista off to the side. They will have the True Shot Barrage land on the 3 people, so help pepper them down. This Baron is not exactly quick. Deft and Vista are the ones keeping him away, and oh my lord, Deft, that is just so disgusting, being able to go that far aggressive, and no, he's going to be able to get the kill.
Yeah, I mean, Deft's feeling himself right now. Divine Thunder.
An opportunity that wasn't there, and really getting hard punished right now, as we can see, just pushing forward with the Red Bull Baron. You get a little bit of poke, but nothing else. Bugax is pushing back Morgan, but that turret is falling, and then the 4v4, Infinity can't hold him. Bugax won against Rected, but you're against minions right now. He's going to get blocked, and he's not going to be able to do it at all. He's going to have to back himself away because the rest of Hanwha is up. It's coming up from his base.
But look at the health bars on Infinity. They're actually being cut off from their own base as Hanwha now get bot. They're going to get mid, and it's falling apart for Infinity.
It is, and Morgan's going to find Bugax. He's not going to be able to get himself back to base to try and defend, and now they're going to try and trade each other's lives. They won't be able to get it, but Hanwha Life, they smell blood. They
ultimate alongside like Ackerman and White Lotus to like annihilate both Chovy and Deft. You're just kind of out of time.
Yeah, they're going to get tier 2 in the top side, so 5 members of Infinity, but you got Chovy and Morgan in the top side. You got the rest of Hanwha hovering in the red side jungle, so you know you are safe to go for this. Deft will get drowsy. Morgan's a little bit isolated away from his team, and they will try and commit onto it. This should be the last fight coming in, so we do get the stuns down. It's double cleanse used as Deft gets himself out. He had himself a QSS, and he had himself a cleanse, so he keeps himself alive. The base is well and truly drawn, hung, and quartered as they now look to try and find the last fight. Infinity throwing everything at the wall. They just got this completely separated. They just can't finish off the health bars. They're just so close, but yet so far. White Lotus trying his very best, but it is in fact Bugax who gets himself a double kill, but Deft knows the rest of the team are low. He knows they're going for it. There's the stun, there's the kills. Is it a triple? It's not quite able to happen. Deft keeps himself alive, and while all this is happening, Chovy's ended the game.
Chovy's just chilling. He's like, yeah guys, just keep him busy. I've got this. Gonna finish off this. I mean, Bugax finally will fall to Morgan's hands, as the base will do likewise to Chovy.
It was a valiant last effort from Infinity, but Hanwha Life will get themselves onto the win sheet. They will find themselves a win against the LLA #1 team, as there's the ace coming in. Sniped off to the side. Chovy ends the game. Hanwha Life on the board.
But instead, it's Jarvan in the top lane. PK will be bringing the standard of Demacia up into that lane.
And this is interesting because
there's the Q. Dragon Strike has been used, so there's no flag drag combo. Crazy could look for the stun underneath the tower. Here's Mojito catching the wave. TP coming in as well from Galatasaray. Counter TP immediately burnt. They might continue to look for this. There's the root, and already PK has to try and flash away, but he's stunned up, locked down, and Galatasaray with a perfect execution of that dive. Now Mawam is in for a world of hurt underneath this tower. Crazy will die, but it's a double for the cannon.
But what a nice setup as well from Galatasaray. This is
Herald team, they want to keep the goal ticking over in the early game, and they do still get, 60% of all Drakes in their game, but this isn't usually their focus when it comes to first completed items. Mythics on their way across the board, and PK has to be careful. There's the root, Supreme Slayer talent into the slicing Maelstrom, and PK doesn't have a moment to react. TP's coming in from Maowan, but you can see Balulu TPing in himself. Realm Warp's going to chase them down. Maowan does have the shockwave, flashes away, pulls Balulu back, but where's the rest of the team? Husha is on his way. Rift Herald going down in the top lane as well as Husha comes in. Crescent Guard available. That Rift Herald should charge in and just take down this tower. Flash forward from Husha, will take one. He's looking for two as Balulu is able to walk away, and the Rift Herald charges.
You don't have the mythic items. Right now, there's no Cauldron going. Your own jungler, they're looking for Balulu though, no flash.
Balulu doesn't have flash, as you say. Temper Fate coming out as well. There's the shockwave. Balulu trying to walk away, but double flash follow. No flash on Mojito, no flash on Crazy. Does make this a little bit more tricky. We'll see if Xerxton can put a good Tempered Fate down
for these items.
I expect we'll see him go back and get that next item soon, of course. Things like the mana
lead and keep it while still, being a bit slow as we've seen them in the past. We'll see if they're actually going to amp up the pace a bit.
As you see, Beyond able step forward, but he's still on the ward. The Dragon's almost gone. Mojito going in. There's the Temper Fate onto the Dragon.
Oh!
Supreme display of talent onto the backline. Here comes Crazy. Blue team steals the Cloud Drake as the fight really begins. Galatasaray take it. They take the fight. They clean it up. Husha forced down towards the bottom side of it. Mojito will chase him down. It's a 3-for-2 in favor of Galatasaray.
Will go wrong from you, and that's why it's so slow. That's why this setup needs to be right. But TP coming in now from the side of Orianna.
PK going in for the fight. Crazy there with the slicing Maelstrom as well. But the Cataclysm will lock Crazy in spot. This is what they wanted to do in the early game, but they just can't get the damage down. Balulu once again comes to save his teammate. Temper Fate goes wide, but the rest of Galatasaray are here. Mojito takes one. Mawan, you pop the stopwatch, but you're going to get popped immediately afterwards. Crazy gets his 5th kill of the game, and the chase is on. Realm War behind them. Husha diving in, looking for a live. Balulu going in on towards the backline, trying to catch out Doggo. Mojito there with the stopwatch. You can see Balulu just surviving, but Doggo takes the double. And perhaps a little bit too greedy there from Galatasaray.
Yeah, going forward right into Doggo. The one member who's performing on Beyond, and they might not be done yet. Crazy's still very low, doesn't have that slicing Maelstrom. So let's see, there he goes. But it looks like they're just going to be able to get away from this one with the Bard Portal as well. Types of damage.
Well, Galatasaray going to give up their mid.
Doesn't seem like it's coming.
Xerxton still has a Tempered Fate. Are they going to use it? They use it a little bit too late, but they still get Mawan. Doggo's going to jump away. Mojito trying to get in, but PK's going to lock him up, and Beyond look like they just want to back away from this.
In the game.
I don't mind a cloud. Oh, Ezreal jumps in. Mojito could just look for the supreme display of balance as he tries to catch out the Ezreal, but he just doesn't have the damage. The Frozen Heart working overtime, but Crazy flashes in. And in the end, it is Xerxton who takes the kill. All of Beyond tried to dive in and save their AD carry. And Crazy may have gone a little bit too deep here for Galatasaray as the chase is on. Cataclysm coming out as well. No shockwave available, but the bullet time will rip them to pieces. Mojito takes a great bit of position. Team fights are incredibly strong. With the Baron now, they can continue to push in, but you can see in the TCL, it looks like Beyond have decided third time is not the charm for them. They will give up this Cloud TP ward here as he's going to come in. Beyond may want to turn this before Crazy can join the fight. Kino stepping forward, Husha there as well. There's the Cataclysm onto a live. But Mojito goes in with a supreme display of talent. Triple stopwatch popped. Husha going in. Crazy on the backline. That slicing Maelstrom was so beautiful. Sublime team fight from Galatasaray, a clean ace from the TCL.
Despite Xerxton ulting away the targets that was about to be supreme display of talent, Crazy still finds a crazy position to come in with the slicing Maelstrom, and that is just the strength that we have been talking about in Galatasaray. It may be slow, but it's finding these leads in the individuals and then find that final fight towards the late game where you just outplay your opponents with your lead. This is the style of Galatasaray, and they make it work with what I'm quite comfortable to say is an upset against Beyond here.
That was a beautiful final team fight from Galatasaray, the TCL #1 seed, will take their first game here at Worlds.
Kill jungle. Okay. We're 2v2 bots there. Yeah, look jungle. Pushes a bit. I'll dive. Nice. No, I can't chase. Maybe we can dive. Maybe we can just flash. Yeah.
Pushing the wave.
Yeah, I'm gonna
maybe TP, okay?
Okay, it's bad. No, he has TP. Do not dive. Yeah, back up.
That's good though.
I'll base kill. Kill this
run like this. He's gonna run like
He's
this.
there. I'll just TP there.
He's probably just dead here.
Is that percent? Give me the kill. Give me the kill. I got him.
I want the kill. I want the kill.
No, man!
I'm ulting him, no?
Yeah.
Coming,
yes, yeah. Coming or not? He's not doing it. We should chase. Yes. Chase. Yeah, no turret, but turrets are dead. Here. I black shell for you, Luca. I'm coming in. I use it. And you use it. On my ult,
I'm so bored. That's all, I guess.
We have cases. I can hook. We can unbolt some. Nice, guys. Nice. That's right! Oh, guys says don't steer, but she's OPS every game. Crazy.
Nomans would bring out Vayne mid. Nomans has these unconventional pick. You know, if there's a mid laner that would do it, I believe it would be Nomans.
I'll give you that one. Vakan is the final pick here for Galatasaray. We'll see.
For both of them. Even Santa's higher level than his AD carry. Just because he's been shoved off.
Galatasaray, if they want to take this fight, and Anasik continues to step forward, has to subjugate, has that level 6. Boss trading with Crazy off towards the top side. Hallowed Ground going to do a lot of work. Rift Herald secured. Boss jumps away. And, flash forward here. There's the stun card. They're looking for Boss. He's already used the hookshot wall dive. Hexagon made him coming out as well. Boss is ticking. And the Ignite will not quite be enough to secure that kill. However, the Rift Herald will tank up this tower. Santa's coming in from the side. Nomad's there as well. There's the first bandage toss. Zergsting is low bullet time, gets the first kill. Second and third go over to Galatasaray, though, as an Anasik is now underneath the tower. We'll be able to get one in response, but that's a great play there for Galatasaray. They get the Rift Herald charging in. They get 3 plates in the top lane, and they manage to pick up 3 kills.
Yeah, so they're still going to get the plates here. The gold is being shared, and down towards the bottom side of the map, Argonaut is finally getting some gold for himself. He's quite slow. They don't mind just waiting around for these next types of objective, but I would love to see...
Right now it's Crazy who will be the target of Unicorns of Love's attentions. Destiny available for Balulu. Crazy underneath the tower. Hallowed Path coming in. There's the gate as well from Balulu, looking for the Sun card. Will lock up one. Santa's shot to the tower. Crazy survives. Balulu pops the stopwatch. No Man's coming in. Flash into the distortion. Gets enough damage to kill off Crazy, but Ananasik now on the wrong side of the rift. He's dead. Boss, you dive too deep. You have died too greedily. Another kill. Oh, wow.
No way.
Galatasaray just all over the map. They're just wiping the floor with the Unicorns of Love. They're mopping them up.
And that's the individual lead we always talk about with Galatasaray. I mean, Mojito might even go for another.
Shadow Assault will slow him down, and No Man's able to distort away. Should be able to get to safety here underneath this tower.
But in the end, very
for Galatasaray at the 12-minute mark. Well, 4,500 if we're being precise.
Here we go.
The TP comes in, and you said you wanted to see more action from Galatasaray. Well, they are pulling the trigger at every opportunity, and they are firing shots at Unicorns of Love. No Man's forced away. Santa's trying to dodge away as well, but No Man's ticking down with the Ignite will die to the cards. The deck is stacked against them as Galatasaray continue to push forward.
any leverage or any extra golden experience, and now we finally start seeing Mojito excel himself in the jungle.
And the problem for Unicorns of Love is, unless you hit either a chain or a bandage toss, this is what's going to happen. You're going to chase and you're going to chase after Mojito, and you are going to die because you chase. You can't lock down as Talon. Destiny coming in from Balulu. Ananasik, third time he dies. In 14 minutes of action, he has been totally shut down. This is a pick he was undefeated on in his home region. Now he's sitting at 1-3-2.
Yeah, it's not the first time today, though. We're hearing about undefeated champions go defeated finally when they face a stronger opponent, and Galatasaray, they're just excelling that pressure. We talked about the windows that you would have on Ananasik to be able to take it. But in the top side, you are finally starting to see some light because the Crazy was down so long towards the bottom side.
Galatasaray versus C9.
That does already sound like a banger.
Honestly, with how Galatasaray are playing, I'm wondering if they can challenge for first in the group. It's going to be a close one as here they go once again. and the bullet time comes out, and Unicorns of Love have to flash like Neo from the Matrix. Boss coming in with the Hexagon automated, but the TP's going to join them up. Alive was the target there for Boss. He manages to survive for a very long time. In the end, he will fall. And Galatasaray with it a couple of times in the first game they played here. Mojito will secure this. Doesn't actually have the smite, but able to take it in time. That's the Ocean, and as you say, yeah, it's very respectful from Crazy, as you say, shoring up some of the weaknesses we perhaps saw from them in the TCL, some of their foibles, some of their flaws. Crazy.
But it's still going to be so difficult because, yeah, you're going to be forced to start up the objective, and then Galatasaray, they can collapse on you. Sturksting does have flash.
There goes Mojito, and Anasik is stunned up. He's going to have to flash away, and that dragon is ripe for the taking, but Xerxing's already dead. Alive, forced off towards the top side as well. Stun card going on to an Anasik, as well as the dragon secure. That's Ocean Soul for Galatasaray, and in a 3v4, No Man's forced away. Argonaut dead, and Anasik running for the hills. No Man's goes off towards the top side. Doesn't really matter that Unicorns of Love got an equal trade in that fight. They lost the soul, and because of that, well, No Man's going to lose his life as well. Stun card, wild cards, he missed.
It's that
fine.
I mean, might be a longer chase, but I mean, he should be able to run him down here. He's got the rapid fire cannon. Sturksting is coming out from the base as well, and okay, I mean,
No Man's. Okay.
Is that execute?
You. Oh, that's actually well played by No Man's. Good job getting the execute. However, does mean that he is a little bit mismatched with the rest of his team's death timers. Boss going in here as Anasik tries to join the fight. Mojito trading onto Boss. Boss will get the shutdown. Crazy going in, but the hookshot wall dive will get
careful about it, and that is the Galatasaray way. They like to take it slow. They like to not risk it until they find a team fight where they know they can outplay them.
Well, Mojito tried to jump away here, but the chains are going to land. Santa's on the chase as well with the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Mojito might be caught out. Rampage happens as Balulu is able to kill off Argonaut. Mojito still in the midst of 4 will go down. 1-for-1 trade so far in this fight. Balulu's still on the chase. Gold card locked in. Santa's locked down. Crazy jumping forward, and Santos goes in, sacrifices himself for the good of the team. He will fall. And Anasik and No Man's survive up towards the top side. Boss will be shut down.
He's just going to parkour all his way down to the Baron pit.
Balulu has that stun card locked in. Crazy stepping forward. There we are. Trundle stunned up. Baron disengaged from Galatasaray, deciding they didn't want to fight it without their jungler. No Man's does have that Banshees, is able to jump away. The exhaust going down, and Alive is on the chase. No Man's dashes back straight into the waiting arms of Balulu, who will secure his 5th kill of the game. Of 19 kills, he has been involved in 16 of them on this Twisted Fate.
It does slow down a potential Baron, but Balulu, he does have TP. Yes, exactly. He's just going to go for it immediately. I mean, you have more members now. You can still contest it. And Anasik, no flash though, so they need to find some sort of way to get into the pit, or some sort of CC chain to kill someone.
Santos does not have Curse of the Sad Mummy. It's about to come up. Cooldown, and the bullet time will kill off Argonaut before Unicorns of Love really had a chance to approach. Baron down to 2,000, and Anasik without flash, without a way into the pit, will have to give this one up. When you're 10,000 gold in the hole, perhaps you'd be hoping you picked up a little bit more throughout it. Double up is going to land there onto Argonaut. He is forced back underneath this tower. Single auto attack takes him down to half of his health pool. Boss forced down towards the bottom side of the fight. Meanwhile, Crazy continues to split push, continues to pressure by himself. This cannon minion and Alive doing a lot of work to the tower, and that is the mid lane inhibitor tower down. No Man's jumping forward. Balulu continues to have that gold card of death locked above his head, and as soon as it goes down, Unicorns of Love can step up.
There's just nothing they can do about it. The waves necessarily not even that sane. Crazy was taking care of the tier 2 turret while the rest of them was just knocking down the inhib tower. And now as a 5-man unit, they're just gonna take care of the last one down towards the bottom lane.
So here's the problem if you're Unicorns. You see that damage No Man's just did? It's gone already because Galatasaray just healed up straight away with the Ocean Soul. They then get a kill onto Santos. They then get a kill onto Boss. And Galatasaray, the TCL representatives, are looking to close out the day undefeated. 2-0 is the scoreline that will be read tomorrow by Shocks. Galatasaray in such a strong position as they continue to push in. Double inhibitors down. Baron buff remains for 50 seconds, and Anasik, No Man's, and Argonaut really can't defend against it. Second Nexus tower goes down. Galatasaray, defying many's expectations, go undefeated on day 1.
It's huge for Turkey. We're